Okay. All right. Are we back? Are we back? Hey. Hey there, friend. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Now it won't even like. Oh, we back? Yeah, we're back. Okay, okay. Man, sorry about that, y'all. The power literally just went lights out. Crazy. Crazy. They're saying that maybe it was somebody crashed into some power, somebody did some other stuff, or we don't know. We don't know. We've got no clue. But yeah, I was like, quick, crap. How do I stop it? How do I turn it off? How do I you don't think about when you're streaming, right? You're not thinking about how to stop your stream. That's not something that you think about. You don't think about how to stop it. You just think about, okay, I'm going to push this button, it'll go, and then I'll stream, and then I'll hit end stream. Not what happens if your internet goes away, and then you try to get onto your phone. Like, we didn't have any internet with our phone either. Like, it wouldn't load anything. It's weird. No pages, nothing. Wouldn't load it. But whatever. Whatevs. What can you do, man? What can you do? Nada. Yeah, Lawrence. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Looks like a lot of people are also here, man. Maybe I need to leave more often. I'm just kidding. I mean, I did see a couple other people that stopped by and was like, hey, what up? Saw like, well, Lawrence, of course, you're letting me know, or letting them know that it was a weird snafu of sorts. And then I saw Bam. Yeah, yeah. And then Michael Wilson. I saw y'all. Thank you. What am I doing? I don't know what I was doing before. What am I at? I'm on a barrel. Okay, that's easy. I'm on a barrel. Usually if I'm going to do something weird like that, I'll go ahead and set it up for the next thing. But that way I know where I know where I gotta go next. Or I know what I'm doing next. So I just kind of prep it for the next thing. But it didn't work. Or that didn't happen, I mean. It would have worked. Let's see. Alright, let's test that. See what that view looks like. Boom. Okay. That's not terrible. That's a little not good. I think we need to just drop this down just a little bit more. There it is. And it gives you an even closer look at the, well, a better angle too. Maybe. There we go. Oh, everything's inverted. I mean, I'm not inverted. It's inverted. Okay. I'm trying to make it so both of these views that I'm looking at are good. Okay. What do you think of the view here? Is this good? All right. Let's see. Body. So body, we need a drill bit that will create a cavity for the threads as well as the what is it? Yeah. The section threads? Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. I did also mention that blanks have been listed. So that's pretty exciting. Abby spent some time this weekend and got some blanks listed up in the Shopify shop, Maverick Pins. So that's pretty cool. If you were interested in some of those. If not, that's alright too. That. Okay. Ugh. Done. Oh. Getting sidetracked. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Lawrence, you were talking about some duck calls before. That's cool, man. You got some duck calls prepped up for you. Yeah. Is this too close? Let's see. No, that's a good view. That's a good view. Shoot. You're like all up in there. Might as well be your hands right here, huh? Turkey. My bad. What did I say? Did I not say turkey? My bad. Well, that's cool. You know, we were talking about fishing the other day, and I had remembered later on after our conversation, after talking about it and stuff like that, I had remembered that I had come across somebody that what they do is they have silicone molds, you know, kind of like the creepy crawlers, like from a long time ago. The squirmy, purple and green. These are the creatures you've never seen. Creepy crawlers. That one? Oh, duck calls. It's a bird. A bird caller. Anywho. Yeah, my bad. Very different. Man. I'm glad it came back on at a reasonable time. And that the internet, we even looked at the internet and got a message saying that it'll be fixed by like 10 p.m. We're like, oh crap. So we were already working on like, okay, well we need to go off and do some other stuff. And you know, not stay at the house and get it all hot. Oh, there you are. But yeah. Ooh, what the heck have I done here? Oh, never mind. We're good. Ah! Sorry, I forgot that camera was there. My bad. We're gonna hit this again with a little stepper. Little stepper here. And this will help create a little bit of a recess for the sections, so I don't need to really worry about the sections as much. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Boom. And that also remedied my other issue. Stop. Just stop. You don't hunt because you don't understand all the rules? Yeah, dude. Me and you both. That's why I don't hunt either. I'd need to find somebody that already knew the stuff that would take me out if I wanted to go do that. So that's funny that you say it, because I am the same. Same. I don't know all the rules. I don't know the tag stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know that I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. On my own, at least, in the beginning. Some lessons are better learned by somebody else. So, yeah. I'm not going to be super excited to get in trouble with a game warden by chance. Oh, man. Let's see. What's your feeds? What's your feeds and speeds? Justin, how are you doing? Usually you say, hey, how you doing? Or what you working on? Or for that pen that you're working on? Or whatevs. But all right. Let's see. I am turning probably at about 800. Yeah. And I try to keep it steady, especially for translucent ones. I don't want to tear it out, so I'll be a little more gentle with it. Sometimes you can get scrapes that look like this. Whoop! Alright, so if you take a look up close, you can kind of see how it's got some holes in it. And those holes are partially because of the drill kind of ripping them apart. So it kind of rips the resin apart. Also, there's glitter, so there's another aspect of that. You're a machinist. That's awesome, man. You probably have a whole lot of thoughts about how I am working a machine here. But yeah, I just turned the speeds to about between 7 and 900 for drilling. And then what else? For turning, I crank it up to probably about 2,000 to 2,500, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, you'd know more about that than I would, most likely. But yeah, just I pretty much use this for drilling. I used to do all of this stuff on a wood lathe, and I'd use the carriage, or I'd use a carbide as the carriage part, and then obviously the tailstock and Jacob's chuck and everything else as the other part. But you know, this keeps it more square and helps out with that other stuff of making it so I can hop over there and just work on whatever I want to, even if I'm in the middle of something over here. And the same is also true if I'm working on something over there, I can work on something over here. Whoop, like that. You don't want to do that. That's how I broke the cap on the other one. So we're actually going to go kind of far. Then I got to trim it back again because I hit a slick spot on it or something. Not ideal. But yeah, I don't have the exact feed rates or anything like that that you might be looking for, because, well, I'm not a machinist. I definitely don't consider myself a machinist. Even if I use a machine, you know, machinist is a title that I do not claim. But that's cool. What type of things do you machine? Because I've got some things that I might want machined. And if you are a machinist, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that. Did I? But yeah. But this is a little machine shop lathe. It's a, what, 716? I think that there's plenty of other lathes out there that are, you know, on par or will be able to accomplish the same thing. You work for Ford? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's cool. More like a uh-oh that I've got a professional here that that might tell me I'm doing everything wrong. But that's cool. What type of things do you work on? Do you work on like repair parts or replacement parts or innovation or the batch production, or what is it that you do, sir? That's good. There's some other people that do come by and have recommendations of how to do stuff and things like that, which, you know, there's a good chance you know more than I do. So the only thing I know is what you're seeing, pretty much. So my I definitely don't thread with the machine with the lead screw or anything like that. I pretty much just have this so I can cut straight and flat both ways. That's pretty much why. Fabrication, custom pieces for presses. What? That's dope, man. Are you into pin making at all? Or are you interested in pin making or the like? Anything along the lines of it? Because I love making pins and dissecting pins and, well, shoot, maybe if you are you in like sheet metal or metal fabrication? I was trying to figure out what I need to do for making a certain type of clip, but really all I need is a piece stamped out that I still have to measure. But just trying to figure out what would be a good way to go about doing that. So let me see. Let's take a look. I don't know where my sheet metal went, but I believe this is 16 gauge. Whoops, sorry. I believe this is 16 gauge metal, and it's kind of ugly, but I cut it from a sheet, right? And I was trying to figure out how to make like an inline clip. And so I guess I'm holding it upside down, sorry. But this is part of how I intended on it working. So I cut some holes. These are little lower holes, and this was a circle trial. But every time I kept trying to bend it, I broke little pieces off. So this wouldn't work the way that it's configured right now, but this way it will. Now the only thing at this point is that I would need to stick something inside the cap that would keep this from wiggling. And I think if I just made a little slit on a piece that I could slide it up into here and have it stay in place after it was all done. Now this clip is obviously unrefined. I just used it on the, I ground it, like I used a bench grinder to basically just get the shape. So go to the flea market and get old spoons. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Some people that really wanted those spoons might be upset that I did that though. So this is one, right? The other one that I was working on that I think is going to end up being better is, well, I broke it. I broke it many times. Let's see, do I still have that piece somewhere? Yeah, there we go. All right, so what I did is I took a knife clip. Let me just grab one. This will be better anyways. So I've got these. These clips here are pretty darn cool, I think. So this little guy is from, it's a knife clip. And so what I was initially thinking is that I could potentially just have it on the outside, right? Initially that's what I was thinking, but I don't know how to create a recess that would make this fit. So that's one of my problems. I was thinking maybe like a router bit or something along those lines. So I don't know exactly how I would go about doing that. But then I would screw it in. And I think that I would need to keep like a plate or something, or it thick enough to where it wouldn't pull out of the resin, because the resin on the inside is about 3 to 3.5 millimeter thick, at that point at least, I believe. But yeah, so I did end up bending one of these and I broke it. Well, I broke a couple of them actually. But ultimately what I wanted to figure out was if that would work. So I could take this little piece right here and bend it just outward. So it will just go basically straight in, and then I could take a screw and put it on the under part and it would screw up. And I would give myself enough at the top to where I wouldn't have to worry about the screw coming out. Yeah. But one of my problems is it kept breaking. So that's why I was thinking about a different type of metal. Like this one's cool, but if I was to bend this out, it breaks. And then it also tries to bend at these parts here. So I'm really at a stopping point really with that. Because if I could bend this, 90, I would be able to stick it in and then find a hole on the inside, drill it in. Or make a hole on the inside and then put it in. But the other problem is for these particular screws, they're 2.5 millimeter, and I don't have a drill bit that's long enough that'll reach all the way inside. So I'm still at a standstill for it. And so those are the types of projects that I keep. Like, I keep in a place that I'm going to look at. And so when I'm thinking about that, I want to be able to revisit that. But anyway, that's how you make a blind clip anyway. So that's a way to make a blind clip, I suppose. Blind clip meaning that you don't take the thing apart and you don't actually need a clip with a ring. Like, you don't need a standard clip that you get from all the other places like this. You wouldn't need one with a ring. This would basically just be something that goes in and goes up. Make one. Make a drill bit? I'm not going to make a drill bit. I don't need to make a drill bit. I need an extension on one, which is probably easy to do. I just haven't figured it out yet. And I got a lot of other things going on concurrently, so that's the other thing. So I kind of got to make a little bit of progress here and there, and then shelf it, and then come back for it a little later. But yeah, 2.5 mil, those screws are tiny. I would never make those. On this? I don't even know if that would work. I'd break it. But yeah, how do I create a channel on the other side or on the outside that's about 2 by 4 millimeters? Like, I would think something that could spin on the lathe, and then something else that I could put into here that would lock it into place, that I could essentially just go across with it with like with the router bit that I would need. So that's one of the ideas that I've got going that I'll try out. But I need to find, or I need to make some sort of thing for that. And I don't know what thing yet. Maybe, I don't know. Like something similar to a boring bar, but slick, that doesn't have a cutter on it. But no, I can't thread. Oh yeah, I've seen Gabe Castro making pin clips. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the thing too, is I want a little bit of direction, but I also don't want too much to where, you know, I'm doing what they did. So it's, I don't know. It's a weird place, I reckon. Alrighty. Whoop. You'll come up with ideas? Lots of custom stuff, yeah. Made for the mill and lathe surface grinders. Heck yeah. Now, do you do this as a hobby as well? Like, do you have your own machine at home and everything that you do that kind of stuff with? Bum, bum. Did I thread that? I don't think I threaded that yet. Nope. But yeah. I have found that there is a tough balancing act of like learning enough and then practicing what you already know and making iterations on what you already know. But then there's like somebody else is able to do it a certain other way, and then they're doing it, and I don't know. It's all over. It's all over. But maybe that's just my brain that's kind of all over. So there's that too. You got a shop? That's awesome. What, do you have a business or just your workshop at home or what? Tell me a little bit about yourself. A little bit more. Or not. You ain't gotta. Just thought about it. Just thinking about it. because that's actually a part of one of the reasons why I like the idea of streaming, is so I can find people that are somewhat in this wheelhouse, even if it's just the machine part, that someone will, have clever ideas or have good backgrounds and stuff like that. There's quite a few engineers that like to hang out on the channel too. I've got a couple engineers that hang out here, and I've also got some machinists that come here. So that's also pretty cool. Home barn, right on. A mill, I do not. The closest thing I have is the Dremel drill press. So yeah, but I don't have like a top attachment that I could have here and then just be able to do that channel I was talking about. But it's not a showstopper right now, so there's also that. I guess literally a showstopper it wouldn't be, because that's just kind of, different designs that I've got that I'm working on. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see. You gotta get gotta get you a Bridgeport mill. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. But I haven't had the. Let's see. How do I say this? I haven't had the project that would pay for it quite yet. So, and I also haven't needed to enhance what I'm doing. So there's the other reason why it is kind of farther down in the priority list of things. Let's see. Hey, Bergie. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Math Workshop. The material I plan on doing for the cap is Alumilite Clear Slow. It'll be what looks just like this, pretty much, same colors and all that stuff, because it's cut from the same blank. Yep. Yeah. But the caps look like this. So that's the cap to this one. And then these are actually new blanks that just came out of the pot yesterday. Or today, I mean. They were made yesterday. Let's see. They make a kit you can drill press for milling. Yeah. So I've seen the horizontal or the vertical lathes as well. Not the horizontal. We're on a horizontal. But yeah, have you seen that? Where people... it's just buy a dang lathe. But yeah, I do all my drilling on the lathe here. I don't have a drill press that I could use for pin blanks. Although I did think that maybe it could be faster. But again, there's a variety of reasons. I don't have enough space in the workshop to have like a drill press that would be long, have enough travel for the purposes that I would be wanting it for. Because I'd have to probably get rid of one of my band saws. And that's not going to happen. Can't be doing that. You good?
I was just making a video. your
You mean the kit to turn your drill press into a mill? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Like you turn it in, you basically take a wood lathe and you have it upright to where it's turning up here, and then the live center would be on the bottom, and then you're turning like sideways. But they've also done it the other ways to where you got a different machine that runs. Oh yeah, my wife is the blank maker, and she's over there working on fountain pens right now, sanding and polishing fountain pens. So we work together in this whole thing. But yeah, let's say right now you're looking at uh, basically my hobby. This is kind of a hobby, really, but we have it as a business, um, like structure-wise. But pin making is a hobby, I reckon. And as for the clips, Lawrence, it was more of I've got a design and I've got the idea and I know how to execute. Well, I have a better idea of how to execute for the cap, but what I'm still at a point of figuring out is the measurement of that part and that goes in, and then I'll need to figure out the screw size that I can actually use and stuff like that. So that's really where I am with that. It's not so much of how to make a clip, it's um, how to stamp out or make a bunch of them or be able to bend an existing clip or something like that. That's what I was working on yesterday. So you really need a pretty precise rectangular hole through the cap. Nah. your wife annoys you? I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I mean, I think everybody has that time where just people, anybody that you spend a good amount of time with, I'm sure you have that about them no matter what. It's like if sometimes you just want somebody to be agreeable, but it's not necessarily what you're going to get. And for the calipers, I use this. I've got these calipers here. They're not the bottom of the barrel, but they're certainly not the cheapest. I think they're like $25, $30 or something like that. But yeah. Something about machinists that I have learned is that everything has got to be precise and everything, which, I don't disagree. I'm on board with that. It's just funny. Like, for some of these things, like a tenon, I've got like parameters that it would be good for that. So now it's only like it's about 2/10 of a range when it comes to the parameters of that. Well, 2/10, yeah, millimeters. Yeah, digital isn't always accurate. I have had to reset those many a times. So you were right about that. But I will say that it has been accurate enough for me to not have issues, although sometimes it does take a couple times of like resetting because it'll like go up and then it'll randomly hop to like 200. You're like, whoa, it's not even that big. So there's that too. But it's nice to be able to use the calipers and then be able to convert like immediately from metric to imperial to um, decimal. I guess that's still imperial, but it's good enough. And there's also little marks on the back end that will also show. So if it's showing like 5 off, I'll easily know that. But have you got a recommendation for some analog calipers? The Mayimoto or something? Those are something. I can't get over that. Well, I don't need something that's that expensive for one, or accurate. At least I don't think so. I haven't had issues. I pretty much measure something like 15 times before actually making it a part of the whole process or sequence that I do here. But yeah, the sequence is the best brand. Star it. All right. Well, then I suppose I shall sneak a peek at Star it. I shall star it. Star it. Healthy. Cool. I shall take a gander into that. What am I doing? So that, look at this. I was just writing it down on my whiteboard back there, so I know to look into it later. Anything and everything from that brand. Oh man, you invested in that stock? Is that what it is? You're invested in that stock, and you're like, dude, go buy it. It's good stuff. Have you tried creating the rectangular shape needed in heat? I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. So I'm going to go with no, I haven't. I'm not entirely sure what it is that you're talking about. Heat the steel. Oh. No, I haven't. But I think what it would do is it would just melt these pieces. It's not like regular plastic that is kind of soft. It behaves a little differently. I don't know really how else to explain it, but this particular plastic behaves a little differently than something like PVC. If it was like PVC, you would be able to heat it and then push it right through. Maybe you'd have to have a little bit of a pilot starter, but yeah, I would think that it wouldn't work right because This type of plastic doesn't melt the same way as regular plastic. It actually burns, so it won't like melt back into anything. But no, I have not tried that. But I haven't had an issue getting that little cut. I figured out a better way to do the cut. So that one looks a little bad, right? And that one looks pretty mediocre too. But what I have is a thing kind of like I was talking about before, and then I had a cutter, just a cutter, that I would advance this into it, and then let's see, what did I do after that? Because it needed to go deeper and I didn't want it wider, I ended up getting a different router bit, like one of these, a really small one of these guys. Used one of the really pointy ones, like that. And then I tried to make it so I could just stick it on controlled, right? It'll be controlled, but I can slowly rotate it as it kind of works through the material. I don't know. Still working on it. And then also kind of thinking about at what point it's going to end up being done and that stuff. So I'm thinking it would probably need to be done. If it was like that, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal to do it before sanding and polishing. Yeah, it probably would be fine sanding and polishing like that. What am I making? Hey, John Mitchell. I am making, these are fountain pen bodies, or barrels right now. Yes. Working on fountain pens. Oh, I don't need that anymore. Yeah, and I've got a few more that I got to do the barrels, or the barrels on. Actually, one more. Yep, one more, and then we'll move to caps. Yep, that's the plan at least. Do the rest of the barrels, and then move to the caps, and then start shaping from there. I haven't done the sections, but those will be a little later. But yeah, working on fountain pens. These will be, let's see, so some of these that I've got over there are going to be going to the shows, upcoming shows. And if you don't know, we go to pen shows. We go to the Orlando Pen Show, the DC, and the San Francisco Pen Show. I've been to other ones as well. Like, I've been to the Raleigh one, but not as a vendor. And then I've been to Georgia as well. The Atlanta Pen Show is also fun. But the DC Super Show is coming up at the end of this month. / beginning of next month. So we're carving out ourselves some time by working on some of the weekends in preparation for those things. Got to work a little OT, you know, to do some extracurriculars. You okay?
Oh yeah, I was just starting some of things for.
All right. Man, Abby's had a day. It's been a day, right? So if you didn't know, or you weren't here earlier, I was streaming, and then for like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or something, and then the power just went off. Weird. But suspect that maybe somebody hit the power or something like that, because the weather's fine. Weather's fine. It's not like we have a storm here. That would have knocked the power out, because that would have, obviously explained it, but we don't know. Don't know. But yes. What type of things do you work on, Justin? Like if you just having fun in the shop. The electric vehicles, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. Obviously you don't have to answer. But here in North Carolina, EVs are gaining traction and popularity and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say it's as it's not like New York, I wouldn't think, as far as that kind of stuff goes. But yeah, more people are getting EVs, and I can see the case for it, but Western New York, all right. Well then, Buffalo, coo. A buddy of mine used to talk all the time about Buffalo. And, actually, he was telling me all kinds of good stuff about Buffalo. It's like he was trying to sell it or something. He loved it. But I don't know your thoughts on it. How do you like Buffalo? Buffalo, New York. It's horrible. Too much snow. Well, I didn't take him up on it and visited it or anything, but he was really excited about it all the time. And we were in Albuquerque, New Mexico at the time, so I could see being excited about, well, literally anywhere else. Albuquerque's not known for its hospitality and outstanding citizens. Unless you're on the base, unless you're on the military base, which is where we were. And then you'd have to get relatively far away from the actual city. Let's see. Some caps. Yeah, caps. Good food? Yeah. I guess that's what he was talking about most of the time, at least. You haven't had buffalo sauce until you've had the buffalo sauce from New York. Okay. All right. I don't know. I'd probably visit just about anywhere, though. Yeah. What did I do in the military? I was a pararescueman. I was in the Air Force as a pararescueman. A little bit in that one. But yeah. Oh yeah. And I was an instructor for the last 5 of those years. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun. But it was time for a change of pace. It's hard being go all the time. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I had lots of opportunities and had lots of fun and met a lot of people and still have the potential to work with some of them should I choose, I reckon. But yeah, it was definitely a change of pace, that's for sure. Went from that to turning. And it's not that turning's bad, it's just by contrast, it's relatively boring seeming, I would imagine. It's not what I would think of people thinking as exciting. But most people don't know what that is either. So there is that. It's kind of cool that you do. Or you might. I don't know. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. But we also would like to move back out west. It'd be nice to go back out west. We liked it when we spent our time there. I spent a lot of time in Albuquerque as well as in Tucson, Arizona. So, too hungover today. Oh man. Oh, that's a normal Sunday? Wasn't it a good thing? I'm all for having a good time. But I don't know if I've ever. I think I've only been hungover like once or twice. It's not for lack of trying, though. I'll tell you that much. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I do indulge. I do indeed. And it's actually an hour past indulge time. But I'm going to keep going anyway. How old am I? How old do you think I am? That's what we gotta do. Get that engagement stuff, you know. How old do you think I am? And I did cut my hair, so I could shave my face. Might even take a few more years off. Boom, boom, bam. 30? Yeah. I'm 36. Right? 36?
What?
I'm 36. Yeah. 36. But in our 30s? It's close, right? Are you interested in my skincare routine? Is that what it is? Oh. But yep, 36. I still play video games. I'm living at A Mom's house.
That's not the case. We're playing video games together, so.
Absolutely. All right. Here's what you do. You pretty much just neglect it and have your own day. That's my skincare routine. You don't worry about image. You just maintain. Bum, bum, bum. We'll be doing internal and external threads today. Thanks for this. Will you be doing internal and external threads today? Yeah, I've been doing both. Internal and external. Did you just get here, Greg? If so, welcome. That is what I was doing before. Right now I am doing, well, just internal on these, actually. But, yeah. Are you trying to make bespoke pins? Or fountain pins, or kitless pins? Or... They got a lot of names now. A lot of people are kind of touchy about what to call it. Well, yeah, I was just working on the barrels. So the barrels are like this right now, where I did the inside and outside. Check it out on the recording. Justin, I do thread. I just use taps and dies for it. I don't use the machine to thread in the same way you might be thinking, I guess. But I'm not opposed to finding a pin design where you don't have to thread. That would actually be pretty darn cool. And I think people would be interested in that if you knew how to do that. I think you could use like either a part of the section or something like that in order to put like a ridge or rim of some sort on there. And then when it goes into like a cap or something, you'll have like a channel, and then I don't know. I haven't spent too much time trying to figure that one out yet. Yeah. You made section caps, barrels, finial? Right on. Tried your hand at clips? Wife asked me why don't you just buy them? Well, you could. If you got them designed, they're good clips, you could probably get somebody to stamp them out for you. If you had like one in particular that you really liked and you just wanted to do a whole bunch of those, which is pretty cool. But I've bought clips and I still don't use them. I was working on a different type of clip yesterday, and I was trying to make it so it would be a blind clip. And I saw a certain design that I liked, and it was from like Waterman from I think the 60s maybe? I don't know. I don't know exactly when that Parker was around, but I did snap a pic. Oh, sorry. It is a wall pin. Yeah, it's a wall. My bad. Not Waterman. But basically, it's got like a inline. It's got like an inline clip that has a couple kinks in it, and then it basically goes in, and then it pivots up. It goes in, and then it pivots up, and then I was thinking about putting something on the inside that will pin that into place and then never move. So that was one of the things that I was working on. And then the other thing that I was trying to figure out was the if I was going to do a blind clip, the style of having a flat spot and then drilling up into the top of it. And then I would have to figure out how much that would end up needing space-wise. yeah, I get it, but it's making it by hand that leads to advances. You are absolutely right, and I totally agree with that. Did I go deep enough with this guy? I don't remember. But yeah, I agree. I agree. But advances only happen if you make them by hand. You have that idea, and then they end up finding a more efficient way of delivering that type of exposure to that particular style of doing something. So if I could just stamp out on a 16 gauge sheet or whatever, then it might be easier to crank out clips. But, you know, figuring out that process in the first place and the specific design and, you know, I was thinking about it is each pin that I make is kind of like nuanced to its counterpart, because that's just how that's how you make them. You make them, you know, not exactly one at a time. It's one piece at a time. But sometimes you don't just make one pin at a time. You bring different things to different parts or different stages of completion to where everything can, like, for me, I have everything set up to where it's trimmed down. All I need to do is trim the section down to the shape that I want it to be and the diameter that it needs to be, and then same thing for the cap and the body. Yeah. A Rikon wood lathe, right on. Recently a metal lathe. Well, hot dog. Good deal. When did you get a metal lathe, and what kind did you end up getting? Yeah, what links? I need the numbers. We need to know. I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Righty. One more cap. But yeah, I mean, I think our cases are a little bit different because I work with my wife in this. I do all the making of the pins and other components, and she makes the material and sands and polishes them, brings them to the market. Yeah, the market. But yes, I think it would be really cool. Let's see, Greg. So you make pins already? Do you have Instagram or something along those lines where we can see some of your work or anything like that? Because for this YouTube channel, I'm not necessarily selling pins. Like, I don't expect to attract people that want to buy pins necessarily. So I'm not trying to sell any of my pins while I'm working on them. I mean, if you want one, obviously, you know, let me know. But that's not typically the crowd I am going for this. This is more of a makers type of crowd, community type of thing that I'm going for. I mean, obviously anybody can be here, but yeah. Oh, see, it did it again. Flip. Yeah, I figured. What I think about is that nobody was really streaming pin making or really knew how to make these types of pins in the first place, probably because, you know, people either didn't want to, didn't care about it, didn't think that they could, or something along those lines, right? But, you know, it's like you can see how it's done, and then you can basically, to an extent, repeat a similar process. Whoop, whoop. All right, that was the last. Ah, cool. All right, now I need to do some of this. So I'm getting my little center start going here. Your makers, right on. So pins in the past, notice the kit pins, make them favorite material, cypress wood, ebonite. Nice! So you're doing some good stuff. You're doing some high end stuff. Are you self-taught, or did somebody teach you how, or what? And then, do you turn bespoke? Did I ask you that already? Do you turn fully custom kit pins, where you make the parts for it? Oh, that was done. Yes. Sweet. All right. Oh, hold on. All right, these two. Oh, no, these are already done too. Sweet. Cool. All right, switch it. Time to do some bodies. Okay. You got the corners cut off. Right on. Yeah. All right. Well, Greg, it sounds like you and I are on par with what we do. I reckon. I use Jowo. I don't. I mean, I have Bach, but I don't use Bach. Um, but something that I heard from a Nibmeister is that Bach is better after you get it tuned, and Jowo's better before you get it tuned. So if you want something good out of the box, Jowo is more likely the one people will go for, I suppose. But I'll be honest, I just don't like how the Bach threads are. That's what I don't like about Bach, is how the threads are. And that it's a completely different setup for like drill bits and, well, more like drill depths. Yeah, more drill depths. You're learning a lot by watching me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I'm just kidding. That's good. That's why I'm here. Now, I guess I should go ahead and mention that it's not the way, it's a way. I'm sure you have a different way of approaching everything, or most things. You can only drill so many different ways, you know. But I do spend the time to get the right size drill bit. Now, I know that some of them will say that it's like, oh, for this size, you'll need this size drill bit. I don't usually go off of that. So if it's like an M10 by 1, right, it'd be like, all right, you need your hole to be like 9 or whatever, and then your tenon to be like 975 or whatever. Bum, bum, bum. You'd need left-handed nibs. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Sweet. Alrighty. So, let's see. That's good, that's good, that's good. Trim them down. Alright. I will forego the sections for now. We will focus on the barrels entirely. And I'm going to have to turn the vacuum on, because this part's kind of, well, I want it cleaner, so I'm going to turn the vacuum on. Yeah. And then I'm going to trim all these down. Your stock is shaking? Yeah. Yeah. That's all right. It didn't used to be all right, but now it's all right. Yeah. I guess that's all I have to say about that. It's not like turning metal, that's for sure. Ah! Get my vacuum plugged in. But yeah, I do know that. And like I said, I have been working on a sequencing type of thing. And that's one of the things that I have changed. And the reason being is because I was able to figure out how to do it and it doesn't make it out of round, or later on in the process it fixes itself because of how I did it. And I understand that that's probably a different way of going about it. But yes, you are correct. It will make more sense here in just a minute. why I did it the way that I did at least. And this is a recent discovery, by the way, so you know, if you don't know or you didn't know, it's fine too. I wasn't like announcing that I had figured something specific out, but okay. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, for this we're going for 14. Okay. 14 and a half, so 15. 15, and then let's see. Where'd the calipers go? I showed you which ones they were, now they're gone. There they are. All right. Cool. Hey, you ease up off my digital calipers. They've served me well. They served me well. All right, you ready for this magic? All right, gonna be a big old bite here. I'm gonna max it off this. Okay. Boom. Did you? Come on now. I didn't like. I just heard about Starlit. I couldn't have had it. I couldn't have gotten it now. How am I supposed to go get that in between us talking about it? You ready, Justin? Oh, my stock! Look at my stock! Do you like that? Does that please you? I'm just kidding, man. Ah, I'm just kidding. But yes, you are absolutely right, and it's very observant of you. I do actually think that people don't notice certain things like that, but you are one of the few, and so that's why I bothered sharing that little bit. Because there's probably a lot of little things that I do that if you don't know what I'm doing it for, then it probably doesn't make much sense of why I did it. Obviously there's exceptions, right? And if you do like this technique, you know what? Tell your fabricator boss that I'm into like designing and stuff. But the reason I trim this down is so it makes it less turning on the other side. Yeah, and then I can actually just go pretty much right into the shape with only trimming a little bit more off. But I have enough to where I am able to still do um, minor adjustments if there was something that was like deep or whack or something like that. If you are interested in some blanks, we have some listed. We got those up this past weekend. You wanted me to throw it out there that they're up. We took a pretty long hiatus of blank making and stuff, or selling, I guess. Not making. Abby's been making blanks for, I guess, five and change now. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Check this out. It is, for now. But then you go to that, and it's nice. No bouncing. Can you buy a pin with cash? Like, does it send you cash? Like, snail mail cash? We'll be at some pin shows coming up. We'll be just think now you don't have to pay taxes on it. Well, I mean, I can't. But we do typically, well, when we go to shows, we'll take cash and then we'll give a receipt and everything. But I don't know. What was it that you're interested in? But yeah, we usually go through. We go through Etsy for some of our stuff. We go through. What is it? We go through. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What am I talking about? Oh, the pin. Yeah, Abby does the logistics for that, but we do sell pins in person with cash. Um, from afar, I'm not sure how that would go. So, not sure. But yeah, typically we'll do it through that because of like the continuity and the logistics of you know, the whole business stuff. But yeah, I'd have to get the money person out here to talk about that specifically. And she's working on dinner right now. We'll get her here for a minute. See if she can come out here. But yeah. Ah, I see. Sounds fun. So Justin, that's actually one of the things that I don't know if you've heard of the what is it? there was the Secret Santa pin makers dealio. If you know Mythic Pins, Brad from Mythic Pins, he and Jonathan Brooks put that together. So, yeah. Okay, what am I looking at here? I need this to be a good size here, a good chunky size. Actually, let's see. Have to do the money order. Do you ever work with ebonite? Yeah, I do work with ebonite. As a matter of fact, just a moment. Let me show you this. All right, I'll just grab half of them. All right, this is half of them. Ugh. All right, so all of these are like ready to be shaped. They're already drilled, threaded on both sides, and they're ready to be shaped. But yeah, I've got like 20 that we got a bunch ahead. I guess in the last little bit, I've made like 25 or something of them. But yeah, that is the ebonite. Abby's got a different project that she's been working on that, again, I'll let her just talk about it if she comes out. But yeah, all of those still need to be trimmed down and stuff like that. So those are a ways away still from being done. All right, so for this large one, the cap. All right, so here's the big old monster one that I got here that I'm gonna make. Let me turn the vacuum off for just a moment. So this is the monster here. This is M15, and this tenon here was 14.75 or 14.85. But yeah, this is a pretty beefy pin here. So I need to go ahead and get this trimmed down to the size that it's going to be. The section's going to remain the same. And then that other, the converter and everything will also remain the same.
What's up?
Oh, just catch up for a moment and look at that, because you know you'll be able to see questions that are for you. Okay, so yep, wonky, good. See, this one being wonky is not good.
How far back?
And I think that has to do more with how I did that. I'm gonna have to trim this over a couple times, I think. Here you go. Here you go. All right. Let me hit the vacuum for this one right quick. All right. Well, Abby is on the mic now. We pivot that over to her.
Hey everyone. John's got the vacuum on, so I'm just kind of...
There's Abby.
Hi.
Introduce yourself. We got some new people.
I'm Abby.
We got Justin and Greg.
Hi, Justin and Greg. I'm John's wife. I have a hard time talking when he's got the vacuum on. My brain stops working when it's too loud.
I'll turn it off in a moment.
So I do all of our blank making here. I make all of our materials. I also do all of the sanding and finishing of pens. Hey, Lawrence. Hope you're having a good day today. So yeah, my lathe is on the other side of all of the cameras, and I've been working on some fountain pens today while John's been over here turning some more ones. And he told me to start reading, so I am like trying to go back to figure out. He said some of the questions are for me, and so I'm trying to figure out what questions are for me. So if you have questions for me,
Well, that was can you buy a pen with cash,
can you
and
buy?
then follow that for a little bit.
Where is that?
Go down.
Down? Oh, I didn't know how far back to go. You didn't tell me.
Down.
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 Oh.
Jeez.
God. Well, you didn't tell me.
There. Right there.
Oh. Okay. So you can buy a pin with cash in person. We're gonna be at the DC Pin Show in like 2 weeks. I'll be at the San Francisco Pin Show at the end of August, and then we'll be in Orlando in September. But other than that, we do prefer people go through our website. We do not accept PayPal, Cash App, etc. Just because we're an established business and have been a business for 5 years, and we pay taxes on all our stuff, and we should pay taxes on it. I don't know. Y'all don't pay for any of the fees other than your like normal like state taxes, in which if y'all don't pay it, then we have to pay it. Either way, like it doesn't just go away, I guess, is what we're saying. We do offer a cash, like where you don't pay extra taxes on it in person, but we still pay those taxes. So that check out. So that's the pin with cash. I wouldn't send cash through the mail. I just wouldn't. Like that is just
a lot of birthday cards, man.
asking. No, yeah, we have. Our kids have had cash stolen out of birthday cards. So that's how we feel about it. If you're worried about the tax on your side, we do sales every once in a while, and then that really kind of makes up for that. But I don't know. We feel like our stuff's pretty decent price. And then let's see. Do you ever work with ebonite? If so, how do you stay married? I
just showed him a whole bunch.
Oh my God. And I try not to be out here if he's turning the ebonite, because it smells so bad, and then our house smells like sulfur,
rubber,
farts. Ugh, it's gross. Weirdly enough, though, by the time they get to me, between them like sitting for a little bit back here and then the fact that I wet sand, it doesn't smell anymore, and I don't have any issues with it when I'm working with it. But when he's cutting it, disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Send a postal money order. Yeah, if you do like this certified mail, you really wanted to do that, you could. I will happily do that, but I'm pretty sure that has to be where someone can sign for it. And you know what, actually, I'm not even sure I don't think our business address can do certified orders. I would have to look, but I don't think so. So if you're worried about the taxes on your end, I would give you a tax discount. I'll give you a little percentage off if that's really what your issue is. But it's not just that. It's the fact that like for keeping all of our like records and stuff, it's easier for me come end of year to have everything through our website. So, or you can come see us in person, in which we love it. Hey, Abby, what are your favorite materials to cast blank? So we only use Alumilite Clear Slow resin, which is a urethane resin. And it's the only one we work with. We tried out several different resins when we first started out. We tried out some epoxies. We tried out a different urethane resin than what we use. And Alumilite Clear Slow is just the superior resin for blank making for turning, if that checks out. So obviously, if you're doing casting other things that don't need to be turned on a lathe, then a lot of those other craft epoxy resins are going to work better. But for blank making, Alumilite all the way. Most of the people you talk to, that is what they'll use. There are a couple big makers that, because they have different equipment, they're able to use some of the different resins, but a lot of those take things like giant special stirs that don't add bubbles, and it takes like all of these fancy lab ovens to cure, and like it's just a whole other thing. So for ease of use and like the best results, that's what I recommend. Justin, thinking about it, I don't think we can take a certified money order because our business address cannot sign for us, if that makes sense. So
Our post office PO box?
no, I don't think so. You're not allowed to do certified unless it's actually coming to you and you're signing for it. So sorry. I like
Well, I just knew it wasn't a question for me.
we have already had this discussion many a times,
Chunky.
many times. And we just, unless you're going to come pay in person, we don't accept cash. So
Or if you know somebody that's going to the show.
sure, if you know
and they're
people,
picking it up for you.
that can happen. Or you could just check out their website and we'll just pay taxes on it, and that's cool. And transaction fees and all that stuff, and that's okay. Really, it's not like we account for all of that. We're a business, that's part of what we do, you know what I mean? So
So what do we do?
yeah, cash in person only.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't used a cashier's check or anything like that before.
No.
I suppose you could. What if they got lost? So what would happen?
I mean, I guess that's true. I can give you our business address, but if you send us cash and it doesn't end up there, like, you know, just we're an above the board business. I know that a lot of I'm not gonna say that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
Whoa.
There are other hobbyists
Can you speak forward a bit?
who do not run their businesses as business to try to avoid fees and taxes and stuff, and that's not us, and I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll be able to come see us in person sometime. The pin shows are a blast. If you've never been to a pin show, it is so much fun. But really though, if that's your thing and you just want to save some, send us a message through the website, and I'm happy to send you a code for a percentage off to save you the difference if you want. I did just add some new pins, and I added blanks for anybody that's a maker of pins and things. Yeah, but so we've been doing this for 5 years now. We started off with John just getting into wanting to turn. He was turning some pin kits. He went pretty soon into doing, trying to figure out the bespoke pins. And pretty shortly after that, I went to making blanks because I was like, there just aren't the colors or the materials available for what we wanted back at that time. There are a lot more blank makers now and people that have gotten into the hobby. But yes, the name of our company is Maverick Pens. And that's our website too. It's just maverickpens.com. So Maverick Workshop here is John's, YouTube.
For me to hang out with fellow makers.
I wish to come to pin shows. I wish you'd come to pin shows too, Lawrence. Are you guys going to SWAT? What's SWAT? Is that another Turner's thing?
Yeah.
Hi, 2011. Hi, Big Max.
Big Mac!
Now you're the boss and an awesome blank maker, right? You have to stop saying I'm the boss around here. It's not fair to John. We really do.
It's okay.
50-50 of the work. It's just very different work. We have very different roles within all of the things that we do.
If you want to work with your spouse, that is the only way to do it.
Knowing
you have specific roles and you don't overlap.
Yeah, it doesn't work well if either of us tried to boss the other one around. But that's why we work, because we've got very different parts of what we do in personalities. Evie, will you go stir the gravy in there? John is amazing too. John is the reason that y'all are even watching him on the internet. I would not in a million years have started a stream and started streaming. And he still sometimes has to drag me on here where I don't really want to be on camera. But I thought I've been a little more agreeable with that lately. So.
Bless your heart.
So I don't know what SWAT is, Lawrence. Did you know? You didn't answer me.
Well, I said no, I didn't know, but I knew it was turning related.
Well, I know that too. I didn't figure it was like the. Anyways, let me Google it. But whatever it is, no, we don't have plans to go to it right
I did
now.
go to the mate.
John went to MATE, which is the Mid-Atlantic Pin Turners Expo.
Mid-Atlantic Turners Expo.
That one. Turners, not pin turners.
But I went-
Boost his ego.
What?
He said, okay, way to boost his ego. I think he meant ego, but I like eagle better. I'm going to say that now. SWAT, Turners. Hold on. Southwest Association of Wood Turners. So John's not really a wood turner, for one. I'm sure he could go, but what he found at MATE is that he kind of felt that it wasn't the right fit for him because we make all of our materials. A lot of what people are selling there at MATE is materials or tools for turning, in which we're really well set up for turning, and I make all of our materials. So like he picked up some cool, like interesting stuff, materials that we don't make, like we don't make Juma, we don't make micarta, obviously we don't make ebonite, like the raw material ourselves. So he bought a few things, but it kind of wasn't the right fit. So I'm not sure he'd go back to that. And it sounds like the Southwest wood turners would be similar to that. So pin shows is really where it is for us. There are pin shows all over the country. We
although if I design tools, maybe I'll
sure, if John decides tools or we really want to like sell a bunch of materials. But even then, did you see a bunch like blank makers that were actually like selling a lot? I think the reality is everybody
It is a place for them to gather together and kind of support each other and kind of catch up.
Which is great, except for...
Because there is something to be said about meeting up with somebody at a hotel where they're not going to leave.
Oh, I love it.
And
for pin shows, I love it. I love being around our pin people, whether it's people that use pins and journalers and collectors and the makers. It's my favorite part of pin shows, period. I mean, obviously we go as vendors to sell pins, but the interactions with customers and other makers in person is fantastic. It's the reason we go to pin shows, to be honest, is for all of that. I mean, obviously we want the shows to like pay for us going to them, but yeah, last year we did DC for the first year. I did San Francisco for the first time, and then we did Orlando for the second year that we were going. It was the third year of the Orlando Pin Show, but the second year of us going. And we're doing the same for East shows this year. We have two school-aged kids, one in elementary, one in middle school, and the rest of the shows are like during the school year. Especially at the beginning of the year here, there were a lot of the other big shows. Like I think P&W was happening this weekend. St. Louis was like what last? Like they're all
Chicago.
There's so many and they're so close together at the beginning of the year that we definitely both can't go. I will have to see how this year's shows go and decide if I want to add one of the shows to go to on my own for one of those other shows. John got to go to one show this year. John went to Atlanta not to be a vendor, but just to go to Atlanta this year. And the year before, he went to the Triangle show in Raleigh just to go. Because the selling part of what we do for our business is me. John will not sit there and sell stuff to people at a table. So a lot of the shows, if we're adding another show like that where we actually want to like go and participate in the show and be a vendor, I have to go, which is fine.
You wouldn't have to.
No.
I'm just reluctant to learn it, and I think it's fun for you to go out and have some experiences by yourself.
I could see things coming up and you not adjusting well to trying to figure out customers' problems. John likes to wander around at the pin shows. He leaves me at the table.
You're welcome.
Not all the time. No, I
got enough confidence in you.
Okay,
that you're
not
do
at
the
DC.
Right
Not as much at DC though, because DC is like insane. You were at the table almost the whole time at DC, just because it was packed.
Yeah.
But at Orlando, yeah, we both take turns wandering around. And for the San Francisco show this year, I am sitting with Zodiac Pens, Bart. I was lucky enough to sit with Jonathan Brooks from Carolina Pen Company last year. And then hopefully next year I'll have my own table. So that's the case with shows too, is some of these vendors have been going for 10, 15, 20 years to some of these shows. Like the DC show, I think, is like 25 years plus at this point that it's been going on. So some of these vendors have been going since the beginning, and they're full. Like DC filled up pretty quickly after they opened. Orlando's full for vendors. San Francisco obviously was so full that even when I put my name on the wait list last year, I still didn't get a table for this year. So I'm gonna have to put my name on the wait list again for the next year, and hopefully I'll be able to go. So that's kind of where that is too with pen shows, of like trying to get into them, trying to be a vendor there. So yeah, we'll see if we add some other ones. But yeah, that's kind of where we are with all of that. But pen shows are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, any other questions for me? I gotta go finish cooking dinner because I'm hungry. We've had a day, man.
You want to tell them about your day, amigo?
I mean, like, so if you stick around and you subscribe and you watch other streams that John does, we also make diamond painting pens, which is a craft pen. It's another turned, project. We use the same Alumilite resin blanks. So we have almost like 2 arms of our, how high can I jump? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you the last time that I tried to jump high.
Inappropriate.
Well, I know he's being inappropriate, but I also really don't know how high I can jump. So
also haven't seen each other sprint.
No, that was a thing on
like
TikTok or whatever.
Have you ever seen your spouse?
Said we're good,
sprint?
no questions.
Sprint.
Anyways, he doesn't want to hear my story either. Fine. Fine. No story for you.
We're like, have fun.
Like, bye. Go cook dinner.
Oh.
Fine.
Come on, it ain't like that.
So rude. I'm going to put you in timeout. Did you make me some red, black, gray, and a touch of white? How many do you want, Big Max? I do have, I don't know if you went and saw our website, Maverick Pens, but I did add blanks. There are blanks that are available now. I would happy to make you those, but how many do you want? Because if you're serious, you can send us a message through the website, because then it goes to my email. Whereas any of this, through all of this, like, stays here on YouTube, and I don't mess with that.
Or watch it again.
No. No, I do not. I'm not a YouTuber, a watcher, or
I'm not a YouTuber.
participator. Yeah, you
At
are.
what point does it count as you're a YouTuber?
I know, you've been doing this for a while now. Red, black, gray, touch of white. What's the minimum? If I'm custom pouring them for you, it would be 4 bespoke rods would be the minimum.
3. That way we can sample one.
It's 4.
Okay.
I can use another mold. Like, that doesn't stop me from making one that we can sample. I just,
Word.
yeah, 4. 4 is the minimum for custom work like that, or for remaking anything. But I can, and then you can tell me if you want them translucent or sparkly or solid or shimmery or color shifty or whatever you want. We can work that out. So, yeah. We can definitely do that. If you actually want to do that too, I won't even charge you like a custom fee, because,
Woo!
hey, this is a stream deal, okay?
All right.
Good for whenever I say it only. You got to be here live for me to agree with it. But yeah, for a totally custom kind of pour thing, I would normally charge a custom fee. But the best that I think is best, even better, I can make them and I'll send you pictures. But do send me a message through the website so that I have the email, because it'll be in my email. Or it's Abby, and it's Abby with an IE. ADDIE at
Also,
maverickpens.com.
if you were interested in like a specific color scheme or palettes, or like a picture or something, you can go off pictures too, right?
Sure, you can send me like if you come up with a color palette with like the hex codes, or you just send me a picture of colors that you like, or whatever, I can do that too. So any of that works for me. I am more than happy to do that for you. I've got a big batch of our most popular, which is the pastel prism, which I think I took the box away from, but those hopefully John will take out, tomorrow, and then
Well, I can't take them out right now.
well, obviously they don't look good here. Put them over there.
You put them right there.
Fine.
I go. I'm working.
Okay. These are the pastel prism. Woo! It's hard to do without me hitting my hands on the things.
You didn't hit your hand.
Almost. Not really.
Well,
I know. I'm about to grab that.
Okay.
That one's from a different blank, isn't it? Where'd you find that one?
You made the chat pop. You made
Uh,
the chat pop, dude.
Here's an unfinished pen that John has turned and hasn't finished shaping. That's from those. But anyways, that's what we got going on. All right, I'm gonna leave him now.
Whoa.
It's only be like 15 minutes
Yeah,
until
but
dinner.
You got at least 20 people that came because of you.
Probably because my bobs were in the screens. Sorry, y'all. We are family friendly around here.
Only bits.
No. Your wife is watching now. This might cost you more. Yeah, ask her what her favorite colors are, and then I'll make her favorite colors, and you can make her a pen out of it. That's what I do. I'm like, I made these colors, and I want you to, I make John make me a pen. That hasn't happened in a long time. It actually happened very recently with those blanks that weren't my blanks that I bought in Florida. And I was like, I want this pen for me. And he turned it on stream, and then somebody bought it. We didn't get to keep it, and I'll just have to, but I ordered more of those blanks because I still want one. John, I'm going to send you a pair of dial calipers.
Well, maybe I just won't use them.
Spiteful.
I'll be like, well, I got these sweet calipers. I'm not going to use them.
She loves turquoise colors. That's my favorite color. We actually probably have blanks. Not like more than one, but we
like
have.
Your birthday.
Oh, actually, yeah, the
Lucky birthday.
Lucky birthday is listed on the website, and it's turquoise and copper.
Didn't I do?
Yes.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, you have other stuff over
I
there?
have a partial blank.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get up again because I can't see it on this one. The light's too weird. So it's turquoise and like copper. We just did them for our local collaboration with a shop here. No, you'll use them because they'll be Starret. Oh, is that the brand of the calipers?
Big Mac, you said your wife is here? Hey!
Anyways, turquoise are my favorite too. I do a lot of teals, turquoises, etc. just because they're my favorite color. And I just want everybody to like what I like, I guess.
Wow. Just right out there.
Okay. It's more of I do the colors
Like
that
it.
I like and want everybody else to like them too.
Better like it.
I mean, I'll do colors that I don't like, and I have. John asks me to do colors I don't like. They don't usually do very well, by the way, when John picks the colors. She likes. Yeah, we have blanks of this one that are listed on our website right now. If you want to make her a pen out of it. But yeah, yes, it's resin. So I work with Alumilite Clear Slow resin, and I do all of our blank work. I have boxes and boxes of blanks, and what John's making now is out of our cherry blossom is what you're working on right now, right? Oh, no, you're working on the new ones.
This is a new one that you poured similar.
I did, and
similarly to.
Similarly, and I'm planning on. They look really cool. I'm gonna get those listed probably tomorrow or something. My wife agrees with you. But yes, we work with resin primarily, and I do all of the blank making, and John does all of the turning, and then I make them shiny. I like to say that I'm in charge of pretty colors and shiny things around here. That's my part in all of it.
You think any of them would be interested in hanging out with us later on?
I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to go to bed early and sorry.
Just in general.
In general, John wants everybody to know that he also is a nerd and plays World of Warcraft and
video games.
Streams on Twitch sometimes. And if more people wanted to hang out with him, he would stream more on Twitch. But it's really lonely sitting there and nobody being there.
Well, I just talked to you.
He doesn't even really talk to me.
We
only, I mean, some, if we're doing something together. But we haven't been doing anything together because...
we just chat.
Ish. Anyways.
Chat.
Do we make knife scales? I have not. I don't. We could. Yeah. I don't have any...
It's just
I know. It's a block.
You just rip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My email is my name in here, and at Gmail, I will send it to your site. Perfect. That sounds great, Big Mac. So you make knives. That's really cool. We've never made any knives, and I haven't made knife scales. I've made, obviously, blocks, blanks, and all of that for about 5 years.
People that make knife handles love sanding.
I know. John does not love sanding, so we probably... That's why we wouldn't make knives, just because John doesn't like sanding, and I know that you use a belt sander, right, for a lot of it. Knives. Poor John, he better be treated good. That's a good man right there. He is a good man, and he is treated fine. Thank you very much.
Help me!
We've been married for 14 years this year in June.
Yeah.
So we have put up with each other for a good chunk of our lives. We'll get to more than half here soon. Eventually. More than half, almost. We've known each other since I was 15 and he was 17. So.
That's not the right.
What are you talking about? What's not the right guy?
Die.
Die.
Not the right die.
Oh, it does not fit.
Well. No.
I do have to go finish dinner though. Like my stuff's probably. I told the no, not forging anything. Yeah, so you're like John was saying, you're doing the handle and sanding to shape. If you're interested in getting something particular made, you can go through our website, which is www.maverickpens.com, or my email is Abby, ABBIE, @maverickpens.com. If you'll let me know.
Type it in.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I forgot. Maverickpens.com, or my email, and let me know what size you're looking for, like what size blanks, scales, and colors, and we can talk about if that's something that I can do or not, which I probably can. There we go. And you can check out our Instagram if you want to see like just a variety of like colors and past things that we've made. What are you going to do with that right now?
That would be a cool ass scale.
That would be so expensive. Okay, let's see.
How big is the scale that you need?
Most enjoyable is Greg. You guys make a great YouTube Prezzo team. Got to walk our dog now. I'll look for your next video. Cheers. Thanks for stopping by, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. Man, it was great talking to you.
John's on a lot of days. Go walk your dogs. Our dogs probably need some attention about now too. And children. What about those? We have those.
Sounds like they're made for each other.
The dogs
they
and
the
children.
Each other, it sounds like.
They did. Didn't they walked them earlier yesterday?
Every time they get told.
It's hot out.
Well,
I kind of don't blame them. But really though, I gotta go check on dinner. I'll be right back.
You will?
Well, maybe. If it's at the, it depends on what point it is at.
Well, all right. Sweet. Thanks.
If it's almost ready, I'll come back and tell you something about it.
Isn't it stew or something? Doesn't it stay in the crock pot? It's better to stay in for hours or something? I don't know, man. Man, y'all are fun. Y'all are fun. Thanks for being here. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Cool stuff. All right, all right. But yeah, good to see you, Brian. We got some new people today. That's exciting. Sorry. A new camera view, too, that I'm still trying to iron out some of the stuff about it. My bad. Working on sections. Hey, Brian, are you going to any Turner's thing this year? Any other Turner's things? Some people were talking about the, what was it? What was the other thing? The SWAT. The SWAT, that's what it is. Bum, bum, bum. In control? For now. Yeah, man. You know the drill. But yeah, see, it's one of those things where, no, you're not? All right. No worries. Gotta get your iPad? Uh-oh. What other shows would you be interested in going to, Brian? But yeah, love it. Are you ordering some more bushings? Oh, heck. It's good. It's good stuff. Mid-Ohio. The Pluto fountain pen? I don't know. Do we have a Pluto fountain pen? Midwest Pen Gathering, yeah. In Ohio. Do we have a Pluto fountain pen?
Oh, that's so old. I have no idea.
Well, he just said that one was cool, so he must have looked at it. Where are you going?
Oh, do we have a pin? Yeah, I think so. Do we have a blank?
Well, you ain't asking for the blank.
Is it one on our website or is he looking on our?
I don't know. I didn't ask that far. You just come over here and look and see what was said.
That doesn't mean that I'll know.
Do we have a blank name Pluto?
We did. It was one of the original ones that I made
That's all I wanted to know.
years ago. We don't. Oh, we have one that's something at the bottom. So that one, yeah.
What does it look like?
Oh, it's this one. I don't. I'll have to look. I might have no more blanks.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool one. It says it's on the website.
Yeah, it is. Someone purchased it recently. Thank you. I'm glad you like that. Oh, hi, Brian. Brian's here.
I tell Brian I keep giving shout outs anytime anybody needs bushing.
Yeah,
It's the guy.
Brian's bushings are the best. We have gone through lots of them.
Well, you make them sound not the best.
No.
The way that you
okay,
said that.
here. I sand. Since we have started our business, I have sounded 15,000 pins. And bushings, when you sand, get sanded too. They are the best bushings. The holes in our pins that we use the bushings for never change shape, not once, because of those bushings. I sand the bushings away. That's all on me. It's just because John's bushings are for turning, mine are for sanding, which means they get sanded. So when I sand them too thin, I buy new bushings because they're fantastic. So it's not like they just disappear. It's just I sand, and that's all I do with them. And I sand a ton. It's a lot of sanding, y'all. So.
There's a new set for that.
Oh, yay.
And there's an old one.
Oops. Yeah. So here's the new ones. Why is it upside down? Okay. Anyways, here's the new
you could
ones.
Just turn the bag in your hand.
No, I refuse.
Okay.
Anyways, these are new ones, and this is a pair, or one. We have the other one somewhere, or I lost it.
I got them.
That I sanded away. So you see how flared and sharp. It doesn't want to.
Anyway, it flares out.
Anyways, it gets really thin too, and then sometimes I cut my fingers on them when they get too thin, and that's all on me. That's not because of the bushings. That's because I sand a lot.
Oh man, see? Now it's facing me. Now we just got the old reliables, not the ones that
Are here for Bob's.
are here for you. You could sit though.
They're not really here for me.
Yeah, they are. They get the best of both worlds.
Mm.
They get to see man stuff and girl stuff at the same time. Ooh.
Let's not say things like that. That gets a little weird. It's a little weird.
Only if you make it that way.
But yeah, I remember the Pluto ones. I probably still have blanks. I don't think we made a ton of pins out of it. I think we only made a few.
Lawrence is back. Welcome back, Lawrence. He switched over to his iPad. His phone was
Hi, Lawrence.
getting tired.
You have to order bushings. Well, like John said, we really literally only order bushings from Brian. So. And they're very reasonably priced. And we use them for a really long time before we need more. John doesn't ever really have to switch out his bushings.
Just give you my old one.
Yes. What ends up happening is I sand mine until they're razor sharp, and then I take John's that he was using for turning, which barely have changed at all, and then he gets a new set of bushings. I would like to say that's also how it works for headphones, apparently. I get John's old headphones, and he gets new ones. Although, when these earbuds that were his die, I get a new pair. He doesn't get a new pair.
What? You're going to get these white ones back.
No, those have been yours.
I know. I need a new pair.
Do we make Zen pins? What are Zen pins? You got any idea?
Is it a kit? Is it a type of kit?
Is it a kit? Big Mac?
It might be a type of kit.
Hi, Papa John. You never have to what? I don't even remember the last thing that I said.
That happens to me all the time. It's sad. It's a little bit sad.
Well, when you're talking to a bunch of people and like have one thread and then you're answering questions and then you have another thread.
Oh, I'll forget what I'm saying mid-sentence.
Yeah.
If I read it, if I'll stop and read it, I'll forget what I was talking about.
He said it's a kit. I've never seen those. I'll have to Google them. At least our Google's working now.
Some people weren't here for that. Lawrence
No,
was.
yeah. So John started streaming earlier, and then our power went out. Like, not even that long into you streaming.
No, like 30, maybe 30 minutes
God.
into
Our
it.
power went out, and then the internet wasn't working. And I mean, like, our phone internet, like Verizon, was like, no, we're not going to work either, and it sucks. Let's see. Papa John, you never have to swap out bushings. Yeah, like I said, I've sanded 15,000 things in the last 5 years, so I do have to get new bushings. Hi, Abby. Heather here. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. I think I saw you briefly on one of John's last streams.
Yeah.
Justin said, tell John I said digital calipers, LOL.
Yeah, they're great. They convert it to imperial fraction.
He wants you to use the ones with the little wheels. Okay, I was getting distracted again. Zen pin kit. Oh, okay, Artisan Junior Zen rollerball kit. Those are cool.
What do they look like?
Like that. They've got a long body and then
cool.
a short cap.
Yeah, there's the mag cap.
See,
magnetic caps like that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So.
I was here last week. Okay, yeah, I remember. I pop in and out, and actually, I've got to go. It's dinner time. So, are you going to come eat dinner with us? Or are you going to keep streaming?
Oh, I got to eat with the fam.
Yeah.
It's also 7.
It's been a day.
Oh,
it is.
It's 7.
We've had a day. I've had a terrible day. Horrible. Y'all have been very nice. It makes me feel better. But I had a really, really bad day. Like in tears on the workshop floor bad day. And then the power went out. And that was after I was already having a bad day. Ruined a new pair of glasses. Just really, really bad. Anyways. So it's nice.
Lawrence knows Heather.
Nice, Lawrence. In other people's streams.
Other people's streams.
Well, that's the point. It's finding the community of people who like watching stuff like this and participating.
I'm going to finish this section.
Okay, I am going to go finish dinner.
And then we'll wrap it up, I reckon.
How long for the section? Do you want me to sit here?
Like, I'm done.
Oh, good, because I need to go take the noodles out of the hot water. Gotta drain the noodles, John, or they're going to be mushy.
You can't be saying that.
If I call it an egg noodle, does that make it better?
It might make more PC.
Can't I say it? I don't have a noodle.
You could.
I'm sorry, I'm tired and it's hot.
All right, well, you got the AC blasting right on you.
It's not
How
that
nice.
I mean, community's awesome. I learned a lot from both of you. We're glad that you're here.
Yes.
John learns stuff all the time,
That's
too.
fun.
We like hearing about other people's stuff and preferences and whatever.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love it. I love, even Justin. Justin coming in as a machinist from Ford, that's dope. He does some custom fabrication stuff.
And wants you to have
love to be able to work
calipers
with you in the future, huh?
You got any Fordite?
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ah, okay.
I thought you were reading the comments.
No.
My bad. But anyway, yeah, we had a good day and making magic wands. Cool. World of Witchcraft.
What? That's so cool. How amazing.
The Pluto pin back.
That's
cool, Heather.
Okay, that's amazing,
cool.
Heather. I'm totally into, that's so cool. I love it. John.
I've looked at LARPing.
John is, no, I'm not into that, but that's fine. John made the kids a couple magic wands when he first started turning. Our dog ate one of them because it looks like a stick. That was our kid's fault. There's a pen maker that makes magic wand pens that are super cool.
He's also a voice actor.
And he's a voice.
I have the card somewhere.
Never can remember his name. We're friends. Like I know. Anyways, okay. So yes, amazing. I'd love to see what you make.
She's got a YouTube channel.
I need to. Do you have an Instagram too? I'm an Instagram person. John's a YouTube person. Bring the Pluto pin back. Is it because you want the pen or the blanks? But either way, if you're serious, send me a message to the website and I will see if I have any blanks and we can make a pen. It's in Coldwater, Ontario, Canada. Come and visit. That'd be amazing. I've never been to Canada.
I was a kid when I went, so
John
I remember.
got to go once as a kid. Canada sounds really nice right now when it's 95 degrees and 70% humidity here.
Yeah.
And I think, is there a Canadian pin show? I think there is.
I don't know.
Anyways, maybe one day. Blinded.
Oh, Lordy. Whatevs. That's good enough. But yeah. It's fun. But Justin, good meeting you. Big Max, good to see you. Papa John, good to see you. Heather, good to see you again. I hope you're maintaining that sanity working in the, in your field. I don't know how the people are that you have to take care of.
What kind of safety glasses are those? Regular
These
glasses?
are Oakley prescription glasses.
Oh yeah, with the
Z87.
And the lenses we got in them are the high impact lenses. So Oakley's with high impact lenses.
Oakley high impact. Yeah.
He's
Z87.
got them in sunglasses too. They're his favorite. There's a pin show in Toronto. Yeah, I think so. We have one of the makers that we've met who is up there in Canada.
He's a trickster though. His name is London Pinco.
There might be a London, Canada. I don't remember. He's not from London, England.
He's not from London. He lives in Canada.
England. He's not from England.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
We're currently saying goodbye. Way more expensive than mine. Yeah. So these aren't these the same frames that you've had forever though? We just got new lenses in them. Anyways. Housekeeper in the ER department. That's awesome.
I bet you find all
Thank
kinds
you.
of weird
Yeah,
stuff.
and thank you for doing what you do. We have a really huge appreciation for all of the medical field. John was in the medical field, but not the normal medical field in the military. So, but yeah, that's awesome. See, there is a London, Ontario.
I knew that. We already knew that. I was just saying, it's misleading.
Well,
when you say London pin code.
Somebody actually is from. Okay. Buy Big Macs. That would be great. I'm looking forward to hearing from you and working on those together. Yeah. We have to get off of a tangent because I need to go take the noodles out of the water.
Or they're gonna get a wonderful evening. I will see y'all early next week. Probably Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Mac, thanks. And tell the wife I said thanks for stopping by and
watching.
I hope she enjoyed talking about some of the colors and some creativity sparks and stuff like that.
There's Cambridge, Ontario too. We won't get into that. That's a tangent for sure. John was just confused when we met him because he wasn't from London, England. He was from London.
I was like, Canada. His accent's
English,
wrong.
Not British.
His accent's wrong. I was like, that can't be that London.
He does actually go to the London Pin Show though. Tuesday.
That's the plan. Yep. Tuesday.
Hopefully by noon-ish.
Said Abby rocks.
Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. See you guys next time.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.